What's up, guys, and welcome back for another Star Citizen video. In this one, we're gonna be going over I'm just gonna be doing some bounties. We're gonna take out the Ares Ion, one of my favorite ships. This patch, I haven't really done a whole lot of reputation grinding for my bounties, and so I figured I'd do kind of a mini series, maybe, kind of going over this and using several different ships, and kind of just showing how I kind of progress through this stuff. So go ahead and get this Ion out. This is a stock configuration. Go ahead and get over here to Hangar 2. I'm going to go to ArcCorp because it's a little more consistent in terms of the types of bounties we can get, since there's only two moons there, and they're also relatively low gravity, decent atmosphere. That means a lot when we're kind of chaining these things together. But in case you haven't actually seen the Ares Ion before we take off and everything, I'll kind of go through and I'll do a little look around. I like to do the look arounds from the cockpit. That way I can manipulate the camera a little better. Let's go and get the power on here. I'm also kind of just seeing how this server is doing right now. I haven't turned on the server stats yet, which I'll do, and I'll kind of show you guys how to get that. Alright, go. Usually the canopy, when it goes down, then you can turn on the power. Alright, so in order to turn on like your stats and stuff, to kind of like keep an eye on how the server's doing, hit the tilde key, which brings down the console. What we want to do is we want to type R_display info, and then this will take an argument from like 1 to 3. 3 gives you a lot of information, probably more than you need. So we're just going to hit 1, and then that shows you tilde again. So in the top right here, we can see our FPS. We can see our server FPS, which is about 3 to 5. I'm seeing about 5, which is decent. Anything over 8 FPS on the server is pretty good. If you start seeing it hang out below 2 and below, it's probably a good idea to kind of like log and server hop. And also you can see entity count and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you guys a little look around here. So the big thing about this variant of the ship, there's the Inferno and the Ion. The Ion has this fixed laser cannon on it, and the Inferno has a fixed Gatling, ballistics Gatling on it. So I don't have any special skins for this thing. It is a no real compartments. It's a heavy fighter through and through. Go ahead and get landing services called and everything, and then I guess we'll look around the cockpit here a little bit. Not too bad. Kind of that, you know, very traditional Crusader kind of feel. So let's go ahead and get our quantum drive spooled up. We'll go ahead and get over here and go and set our route to ArcCorp. I usually like to spool. Another thing too, and this is kind of a thing that I learned flying like the Connie Taurus and stuff, is I try to make sure at least the power, I kind of sit on pad with the power, or in hangar with the power on. Ships like the Connie Taurus can take a long time to kind of charge up its shields, especially if you're coming out of things like Grim Hex or things like that. Before even getting out of hangar, just go ahead and get those shields at maximum and everything. I'm not looking at contracts yet. We want to get over to ArcCorp so we can kind of see what's available to us. But I think right now I've got basically LRTs done. And I think I don't even actually know. You know what? To be quite honest, I'm not sure if I've even done the certification in the ArcCorp area. So I might have to start over from zero. I think I was doing like Hurston Dynamics because that's what I usually grind. So we might have to actually just start our reputation in ArcCorp all the way from zero here, which is not a bad thing. There's a lot of testing I want to do. What I'm doing here is I'm holding down F4 and I'm using the arrow keys and page up, page down to kind of get myself a good view there. All right, I'm gonna go and turn off the quantum here. Do what I normally do, kind of go out here into deep space. Now we can go look at these contracts. Now that I think about it, I am 100% certain that I do not have the certs done here. because we're looking for like, yeah, we don't want to do active bounty. That's going to be players, I think. No, active bounty is good. We're gonna have to do some of these actually, but that's Microtech. But as cable Microtech, no, we don't want that. And sometimes this is what it is. This is a player one right here. The suspect apprehension. You don't want to do that one. You got priority, mercenary. This is gonna be stuff that leads to like crime stats and things like that. So sometimes we just have to kind of fly around and wait. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Walla, because we are here in system. We just want to make sure we pick up some decent stuff and try to do as many in this area as possible. So there's Walla. We're gonna go ahead and get closer to this one. I want this these videos to be as long form as possible, kind of uncut, so you can kind of see how this all goes, how this process goes. Bounty hunting is probably one of the more popular careers in this game. If done right, you can really chain these together. I really don't stop for FPS combat. I'll usually abandon contracts that have me go into caves, or I just won't take contracts that have me going to caves or going to bunkers. I'm usually looking for the ships that are above planet or above places on a planet to kind of do here. All right, try to get in here and get some action. See what we can find. Not a whole lot. Here we go. So yeah, we have Blackjack security, so we gotta do this trial contract. That's what I was afraid of, is like I did a lot of Hearst Dynamic stuff. So ArcCorp Processing Center on Walla. Hopefully this one is not something that requires me to go into a facility, which I just, I don't have the kit for it. I'm not, I usually don't fly with a whole lot when I'm doing this stuff, especially if I'm just looking for Atmo fights or orbital flights or fights. If you really want to get into bounty hunting, you can carry a full kit with you and go into the caves, go into the bunkers, and really kind of just take every contract that's available. But I really want to try to get my ArcCorp bounty rep pretty much leveled up here. I always, for whatever reason, I always go Hearst Dynamic. I think it's because it's really easy to scale the payment on those. But I don't really have to worry about credits. A lot of this is just about fun, because if I need credits, I can just get in my reclaimer. Alright, so we're 19k away. I'm still kind of following the ridge there, but we're gonna go ahead and bring our speed down. With the Ion and with the Inferno, it's gonna be really hard to see this guy, but we're gonna want to kind of keep our distance. We don't have gimbals on this gun. It's a fixed gun, so we want to kind of get them out here on the long stretch here. And usually I don't worry about the wingmen either. That's really bright. Should be fine though. We'll probably get them at a target at around 1,500 meters or so. And that's all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to go straight for this guy. I already see something. It's a Constellation. I have a feeling this mission is going to be a bunker. It is a bunker. So we don't want to do that, because that's going to have us go actually inside, and we would have to clear. If we want to land the Ion close to that, we'd have to clear it. Alright, so we've got another contract here for Lyra. Let's go ahead and get our skyline up. This one's at a wreck site. I can't really tell by the verbiage if it's going to be FPS or not. It is an LRT, so we're just going to kind of head over there and check it out. I think we're just going to... I'm not getting the warpable for it yet. It's still processing. I'm kind of waiting for it to pop up. There it is. Finally got through. Go and calibrate. Now on this stuff, I usually just, if you can't tell from the verbiage of the contract, then I try to just fly there and see what's up. And then I think I already actually had this area started. So, because I do have LRTs and stuff, I think I'd already done the blackjack security, so that's good. So we can kind of just bounce between the very low risk targets and the low risk targets, and then we just gotta keep doing that till we can, you know, unlock the cert for the MRTs and stuff. Go ahead and look in here. Let's see. Sometimes you gotta kind of look. Looks like we're about 500 kilometers away from that. I want to say that it's on this side of the planet. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you really can't. But if you're anything like me, once you get kind of started, then it's alright. So we need to go to right here. It's right next to here, South 5, which I think was, yeah, right over it. It's just hard to see if it was dotted or not. So let's go ahead and jump on the other side of the planet, which you'll be able to just warp straight down, and then hopefully we'll be able to get this first one done. I usually do these in a few per session. I usually like to do bounties with a ship that has like a bed that can bed log. It makes it a little bit quicker to, like, you know, do like micro sessions and whatnot. The Ion and stuff like that doesn't have that. Same with the Eclipse. But we'll make do. Go and turn that off. Now, one thing that I like to do personally is I like to be above the target, especially with these long ranges. Yeah, there he is. So our dude is Bennett. So we need the other guy. That's who we want right there. So we need to get pretty close and make sure that... So the rate of fire on this thing is pretty slow, but if you can get him kind of coming straight at you, and make sure you kind of get that going. We're not really moving. We're just going to kind of let him come here. I think the range on this thing is like 15. So let's go ahead and let this kind of close in a little bit. They're going to come at you at full speed. That's the thing. Kind of hold it. We still got to come in quite a bit. He is moving away from us. And you want to kind of keep an eye on that too. We want to be firing when we get close. There he goes. We blew something up. Not really worried about his wingman right now until we get him down. There he goes. It doesn't take very long for this ion cannon to take stuff down. You just kind of have to be diligent. Let's see. This guy's pretty close to us. There we go. We weren't necessarily over the pip there, but as you can tell, it was very effective. And this other thing too is, like, you see these cargo boxes that just fell out? These ship parts that are falling to the surface? You saw them for there for like half a second. If you're flying something that has like a cargo bay that you're able to loot that stuff, you know, you can even get more value there. So, alright, let's go and get our exit vector. We're gonna do like one more and see what we see. That was an LRT. Which one we have here? We got the name, and then see where he's at. So this verbiage here, he's over at a cave in Walla. I don't really want to go into a cave. We can do we could just like grind this rep too, just doing these VLRTs as well. There's another location which was a cave, so I might have to actually go pick up some weapons and a kit in order to like do some of these. But we're gonna fly over to this one, this LRT, even though the verbiage says it's at a cave, just to kind of see how that all goes. So as you can see here, we're already, you know, well above the moon that we can quantum warp once our tracker shows up. And that's probably the one thing you end up waiting for the most. You want to kind of go and double check. Yeah, see? Sometimes the contract bugs out and you won't be able to see it. There it is. So Sometimes it takes a minute going back and forth into the mobiGlas there. So he's going to be over here on Walla. Let's go ahead and get calibrated up here. Alright. I have a very good suspicion that this is going to be some dude hidden in a cave somewhere, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that I think the reason why I don't do like FPS just out of habit was because before I built my new computer, my FPS or my performance in this game was pretty lackluster. I could do okay with like doing mining and things like that, but any sort of like FPS actual combat was very, very difficult. And now it's not even an issue anymore. I can do bunkers just fine. I have, you know, decent enough performance, but I think that I've just been so trained to the point of not having to rely on that stuff that I end up not doing it. Which I should start. It's actually not, you know, not horrible. Jesus. I don't think there's anything around this thing. And if you see that, before we go that 200k, we're going to go ahead and get over here to Walla. We're going to look. Yeah, you see. We can go Paradise Cove, but from where we're at right now, we're still kind of the closest. Because we can come down here. What I like to do is I like to follow, keep my you know, altitude and come over right above. That'll allow us to close at 200 a lot faster, and then we can move straight down. You don't have to go too high, right? We just got to go high enough. So I'm going to go ahead and get my speed limiter all the way up, get cruise control on. This won't be such a problem in the future when they bring out the micro quant boost, which we will be able to, you know, quickly boost, you know, in any direction, you know, 100 or so kilometers, which will actually speed up bounties quite a bit. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through this. We're gonna go ahead and, you know, close this distance. I will see if this guy's in a cave or not. If he's not, then we'll do another dogfight here. All right, guys. Looks like he is outside of the cave. He's actually in a, not even a cave. He's in a crater. That's our guy right there. We're gonna slow down. And we're gonna try to get a beat on him. Remember, we gotta get about 15 on him. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing moving. Control our speed. Got a nice little missile coming in. He's moving in on us, or we're moving up as well. But he's already cooked too. All right, let's get that. You get on that pip there. Fighting his. There he goes. Fighting on him a little bit there. Go and turn our quantum drive off. Let's go ahead and slow down. See if we can find this other dude. I usually don't take the wingman down, but we're going to do it anyway, just for the sake of doing the video. He's just going to keep passing over me, but I think that we can just hit him broadside here. That's the thing is, you want to kind of get some distance from these guys too, because their pip's going to move around like crazy. See that pip is just floating. He's not even moving. He's coming right at me. Probably not a good thing to do there, but there you go. Go and adjust my little camera here. So I like to do it, you know, do like the third person fly a little bit, but just kind of give you guys some view of the sights here. You know, that with that, you know, star lighting on the surface there. Let's go ahead and get up here. Get our vector, get speed up. Go and get out of atmosphere. That's another good mission. We're gonna try to find another one and kind of show you. This is probably not the best thing for a lot of these lower ones because these guys are really kind of all over the place. You can go with a lower ship than this, but I figure for this video, just kind of take the ion out and mess around. All right, we've got another LRT here queued up. This will probably be the last one we do for the video. I'm still kind of like busting the rust off of my bounty. I'm kind of out of practice, as you probably can tell, but I'm trying to get more into it. I'm trying to be a little bit more well-rounded. I've been doing a lot of salvaging this patch, which has allowed me to get a lot of cool ships in order to kind of play with. And also patches before 3.22, I was doing a lot of mining and things like that. When I first started playing in 3.14.15, I did do a good amount of bounty hunting to grind, so I'm kind of wanting to get back to that. Probably going to be looking and getting a Vanguard Warden to mess around with as well. All right, looks like we got contact here. Who do we got? We need Mr. Downtown. That's his wingman right there. About 7 point. Yeah, less. About 6K away. We're gonna kind of hang out. We're gonna keep going towards our marker here. I always try to take those wingmen down. Go ahead and go up there. Go and space break a little bit. Go get that target going. I'm gonna rotate around. That's that wingman that just fired a bunch of missiles at us, because you know he's a cool dude. I don't mind missile ships either. It's just you have to reload them and stuff. That guy went down pretty quick. So I like to try to match their direction, so it's a little bit easier for me to track their pip. When they get really close like this, you see their pip just kind of moves around. So usually I try to fix that by backing up, and if they like make the mistake of actually coming directly at you with this cannon, then you can utilize that a little bit. But you see that pip is just moving around because the AI is going crazy. So I'm going to try to like bait him into a strafe battle, just like that. Oh, there's actually 3. Where's this dude's pip? Alright, he's about 2K away. Let's bring our speed down. We're going to try to start firing at about 2K. Try to strafe out. Strafing works really well if you can match their strafe. Come on. Speed up our strafe a little bit and slow down. These NPCs, I swear, like you really want like a good dogfight. Most of the time they're going to start trying to ram you. Got a few good hits there. There we go. Very anticlimactic explosion there, I would say. But we came really high off of the ground there too, so there he goes. So a little bit of loot there. I really wish I did. I probably will upgrade to a ship. The one thing I do like about the Corsair is the fact that you can kind of, you know, get these ships like this. This one is falling. Not very gracefully, but getting those boxes and just, you know, doing the whole scavenger kind of gameplay is pretty cool. And then also another thing I do too when I'm doing the scavenging gameplay, when I'm planning on looting them, I try to bring them, especially on these moons, I try to bring them up to up out of atmosphere, so when I do soft death them, like this is considered soft death, they are just kind of stuck in 0G, so I can just EVA to kind of grab loot and stuff. Otherwise they're just gonna fall to the surface and you gotta like try to locate them and stuff. But yeah, he did. Good mission, good mission. I think that's a good place to kind of cut this video off, showing off the Ion here. We'll probably be doing a little bit more of these videos as I start grinding out this rep, and then we'll start taking bigger, fatter, meaner ships into HRTs, ERTs, where the loot is really nice. So I thank you guys for watching, but hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.